In this video, I'm going to be breaking down Piggy Book 2 Chapter 10. We're going to be looking at the ending and some secret notes. So anyways, let's get right into the video. Now, before we get into that, if you haven't already, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe. Anyways, let's get right into the video. Now, the Savior and Survivor ending for this chapter were very different. Now, I'm going to talk about the Savior ending first. I'll talk about the Survivor ending later. But basically, the chapter starts off in both endings with us going down into the temple with Robbie to clear the path for the rest of the group. Now, when we exit, we actually say we feel a bit off. And then, boom, we get teleported into our memories. Now, we actually see this weird character figure. He's in a purple suit, wears a weird mask, and has the eye of the Insulins, a top hat. And yeah, that's basically him. We don't know who he is yet. He might actually be a Mr. Stitchy redesign. We don't know yet, but for now, I'm just going to call him Insulins Boss. So in the Insulins Boss basically says that we are immune to the infection, and he says he wants us to join him. Now we refuse, and he proceeds to say that they always come back to him when they lose everyone else. Now there are a lot of other people like us who are immune to the infection, and he has done something to them, or at least manipulated them to join him. Now we refuse, and then we get teleported out of our memories or whatever that weird place is, and then we wake up and we're about to punch Pony. Now Pony says, "Oh God, you've probably seen him too." And then he says that he actually first saw this Insulins Boss when he left TSP after all the things he did while he was with them. And he says that this Insulins Boss actually tried to bribe him by saying he could see his family again. And then Willow says, "Speaking of family, have you told XX EvanGamez what you did with us?" Now, this could actually have something to do with Doggy being infected. Maybe he gave Doggy a potion. Then Pony says it's not the time right now. And then Willow says if he doesn't tell us, then she will do it herself. And then he says that Willow told him to do it, and they start arguing. Then Mimi says stop, and then basically George and Z and Zuzi actually come with us in this ending, and we actually get a radio message from Kona, surprisingly, as soon as we left the Insulins Boss in our memories. And they say that there's some weird messages coming from the outpost ahead, which is actually called Outpost Echo, and that's where it ends off. That's basically it for the chapter. I will have a few more theories on this. So anyways, let's just get right into the notes. The first note is from the military, and it says, "Our bombs are showing very little effectiveness against the hordes approaching." Basically, the hordes of infected. Outpost Echo has been silent. I'm pretty sure this is talking about the outpost right in front of us, but we must follow our orders and wait for a signal. So this could have something to do with don't trust the signal, but I'm probably gonna have a few more theories on this because this is actually a pretty interesting note. Anyways, let's get right into the next note. So the next note says, "To any travelers attempting to use the tunnel to the surface, this guide may prove useful. To solve this, all you need to do is," and then it is cut off. This doesn't really have anything to do with the story, I'm pretty sure. The next note is written by Kona, and it says, "They say you can tell a lot from someone by just looking at them. After looking through personal records of many people, I've come to the conclusion that green means they used to be independent." I think he's talking about the pupils and how people with green pupils used to be very independent. So anyways, let's get right into the next note. Robbie was one of the earlier prototypes. He got into trouble a lot. He was embarrassing out in public. Now, I couldn't ask for a better friend. Now, he says one of the earlier prototypes, so he probably made a lot of other robots similar to him. Now, maybe one of the earlier prototypes was the mall droid, and maybe that's why it went haywire. But now the next note says, "Now the orange ones, I've got nothing. They are all very different than the others. Like, very different. In the blink of an eye, they can travel a great distance. They are normally seen in packs. -K -Kona." I'm pretty sure he's talking about the Insulins infected. Now, this does make sense because, like, literally right behind us, there are so many Insulins infected that are, like, part of the Insulins at least. Now, this is actually very interesting. I'm probably going to have a lot more theories on this note. The next note is actually a secret. Piggy discussions actually actually deciphered it, and it says the second is 6. Now this is probably referring to the first is 4 note in a previous chapter. Now this could actually have something to do with an Easter egg. We'll see. But anyways, let's get into the next note. Now the next note says patient 0 could not be found. However, we've tracked down one of the first subjects who have been administered with the potion. We must act quickly while the sample is still pure. Now they're probably talking about one of the first subjects. I think this could actually be Piggy because she appeared in the trailer and administered with the potion. She was one of the first to get administered with it. Now the last and final note says, looks like I accidentally dug into a historical site twice. Well, hopefully the government doesn't find out. -K. That is pretty much it for the chapter. I'll have a lot more theories on these notes and a lot more stuff in this. Stay tuned to the channel because I'm gonna be doing a video talking about how to get the new secret skin. So anyways, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe, and anyways, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Goodbye.